What if I told you there's an animal that can live forever, not in myth but in reality? A creature that, when faced with death, can simply reverse its own aging process and start life all over again. Picture this. A tiny, translucent jellyfish, no bigger than your pinky nail, floating in the warm Mediterranean Sea. To any predator, it looks like just another snack. But this unassuming creature holds one of biology's most astonishing secrets. It cannot die of old age. While every other animal on Earth follows the same inevitable path from birth to death, this jellyfish has found a way to cheat the system entirely. We're talking about Turritopsis dohrnii, often called the immortal jellyfish. And its existence challenges our most fundamental understanding of what it means to be alive. To appreciate just how extraordinary this jellyfish is, we need to understand the normal life cycle of its relatives. Most jellyfish follow a predictable pattern. They begin as fertilized eggs that develop into larvae, which then settle on the seafloor and transform into polyps, stationary, plant-like creatures that bud off tiny juvenile jellyfish called medusae. These medusae grow into adults, reproduce, and eventually die. It's a one-way street that every species follows, except one. Turritopsis dohrnii breaks all the rules. When this jellyfish faces starvation, physical damage, or simply gets too old, it doesn't succumb to fate. Instead, it undergoes something called transdifferentiation, a biological process so radical it's like a caterpillar turning back into an egg. The adult jellyfish begins to shrink, its tentacles retract, and it settles onto the seafloor. Within days, it transforms back into its juvenile polyp stage, effectively resetting its biological clock. From there, it can bud off new medusae, genetically identical copies of its former self, and begin the cycle anew. It's not reproduction in the traditional sense, it's literal rebirth. Scientists first documented this phenomenon in the 1990s, when a young researcher named Ferdinando Boero noticed something strange in his lab aquarium. His Turritopsis specimens weren't dying as expected, they were getting younger. At first, he thought it was a contamination error or some kind of mistake, but repeated observations confirmed the unbelievable truth. These jellyfish were reversing their life cycle voluntarily. Since that discovery, researchers have watched individual Turritopsis dohrnii complete this life cycle reversal multiple times in laboratory conditions, essentially making them biologically immortal. But how does this actually work on a cellular level? The secret lies in the jellyfish's incredible cellular plasticity. Most animals have specialized cells, muscle cells, nerve cells, skin cells that are locked into their roles. Once a human skin cell becomes a skin cell, it can't become anything else. But Turritopsis cells can dedifferentiate, meaning they can revert to a stem cell-like state and then transform into any other cell type the organism needs. It's like having a biological reset button that allows the entire body to reorganize itself from scratch. This process isn't instantaneous. When triggered by stress or aging, the jellyfish's bell structure begins to disintegrate while the core tissue restructures itself. The digestive system reforms into the beginnings of a new polyp. Within 24 to 48 hours, what was once a free-swimming adult becomes a stationary blob attached to the seabed. Over the next few days, this blob develops tentacles and begins budding new medusae. Each new medusa is genetically identical to the original, meaning, in a very real sense, the same individual jellyfish gets to live life repeatedly. Now you might be wondering, if they're immortal, why haven't these jellyfish taken over the oceans? The answer reveals the delicate balance of their immortality. In nature, most Turritopsis dorynae don't get the chance to reverse their life cycle multiple times. They face constant threats, predators, diseases, sudden changes in water temperature or salinity. While they can theoretically live forever, in practice they're just as vulnerable to accidental death as any other marine creature. Their immortality is potential rather than guaranteed, a hidden superpower that only activates under the right conditions. This biological quirk has made Turritopsis dorynae an invader species. Originally native to the Caribbean, they've hitched rides in ballast water of ships and spread across the world's oceans. Each time they face unfavorable conditions during these journeys, they can revert to their polyp stage and wait things out, making them incredibly resilient travelers. Today, they're found everywhere from Japan to Spain to Florida, all descended from those original Caribbean populations. The implications of this discovery stretch far beyond marine biology. Medical researchers are intensely studying Turritopsis dorynae, hoping to unlock secrets that could revolutionize human medicine. Understanding how these jellyfish reverse aging could lead to breakthroughs in regenerative medicine, perhaps helping us regenerate damaged tissues or even entire organs. Cancer researchers are particularly interested in the controlled nature of their cellular transformation, hoping to understand why their cells can change identities without becoming cancerous like human cells sometimes do. But the immortal jellyfish also raises profound philosophical questions. What does it mean to be an individual when you can be reborn multiple times? Is the polyp that forms from a medusa the same being or a new one? If we could achieve biological immortality, would we want to? The jellyfish doesn't contemplate these questions. It simply exists, cycling through life after life in the quiet depths of the ocean. What makes Turritopsis dorynae particularly fascinating is that it's not the only jellyfish with remarkable abilities. Other species can regenerate damaged body parts or reproduce in multiple ways. But none have mastered the complete life cycle reversal like the immortal jellyfish. It stands alone as nature's ultimate survivalist, a creature that has evolved a solution to mortality itself. As climate change and human activity alter marine ecosystems, the immortal jellyfish's unique biology might give it an unexpected advantage. While other species struggle to adapt, Turritopsis dorynae can essentially wait out unfavorable conditions by reverting to its polyp stage. Some scientists speculate that we might see population increases of this species in coming decades, a silent biological revolution happening beneath the waves. The story of the immortal jellyfish reminds us that evolution can produce solutions beyond our wildest imagination. In a world where everything dies, one creature found a way to make death optional. It challenges our assumptions about life's boundaries and shows us that nature still holds mysteries that can reshape our understanding of existence itself. If you could choose one animal ability to have, would it be the immortal jellyfish's rebirth power? Let me know in the comments what extraordinary animal trait you'd want. And don't forget to subscribe to Animal Fact Vault for more incredible discoveries from the natural world.